communication or also processing?
It's both actually.
Okay.
So everything we have done is built internally in Nordic. So we make our own IP, own radio IP.
Okay.
We build the entire processor architecture. We are using ARM cores.
Sure.
But everything is done in-house
Okay.
and with thought of getting the absolute lowest processor.
Okay.
So while some competitors would just pull together standard IP, manufacture in a standard process,
Right.
we take everything from the IP design to the process to the development tools, the software, everything has the low power DNA.
But you're a fabless company or you have your own fab?
Yeah, we are fabless,
You're fabless.
so we are manufacturing at external functions. We are using the typical ones like TSMC recently, Global Foundry and stuff like that.
So after BLE, right, which all other communication platforms have you found good success in? What
So
technologies have you used?
the first big one we did was cellular.
Okay.
So back in 2014,
Okay.
we actually hired a significant amount of cellular engineers.
Okay.
These were guys that was laid off from companies like Nokia, Broadcom, etc.
Okay.
We hired the best ones and we staffed up a new cellular team.
Okay.
And developing cellular takes a long time, so we spent more than 4 years on developing our first product. And that's what we saw then starting to contribute to a big growth next year. After that, we have also added Wi-Fi. So most recently we added Wi-Fi. And we have been adding auxiliary products like power management ICs, analog front ends, everything you need to get low power wireless system.
So your mission is to enable engineers to create low power IoT devices, if I may use the term?
Basically.
Okay.
So IoT devices is one, but we also see very good traction in things like connected medical.
Okay.
I guess it's also IoT, right? But sort of a segment of it.
So anything that needs connection, right, is where you go in, especially if it is ultra low power or low power.
Yes.
Right. And that's the area which is your area of specialization. Right. So how's India been doing for Nordic?
So right now we actually see very good traction, very good growth. We didn't have any local presence up until 2019.
Right.
But then we hired own salespeople here. Recently we have also we acquired a company, Imagination Technology, doing Wi-Fi, based out of Hyderabad. So now in total we are actually about 70 people in India. We see very good traction. It has taken some time to educate people that Bluetooth or wireless is not just wireless. I mean, you can get very low-cost wireless, maybe from Chinese vendors. There is today we have more than 40 competitors. Still, Nordic is number one in terms of market share globally. And the reason is that wireless is not just wireless. It takes a lot to make sure you have a good quality wireless. One thing is the radio, the sensitivity, radio performance. Also when it comes to the stacks, interoperability of stacks, and part of the stability.
But isn't interoperability automatically there when you take a standard like Bluetooth?
You would think so.
And
any of our competitors, look at those 40 plus, they all can communicate with an iPhone or a Samsung phone. But when you start getting a variety of feature phones, combinations of operating systems, and in some emerging markets, we see also phones that basically not selling in any other countries. That's when you start getting interoperability issues. And in many cases, even the big ones don't fully apply to the standard. So we have had cases where one of the really big mobile phone vendors had connectivity issues. They didn't comply to the Bluetooth standard, but because we own and develop and control our own stack, we actually implemented a fix for their problem in our stack. And that's something our competitors don't do because they use third-party stacks, they don't have it.
So you are basically selling the complete stack and not just a component, right? And you are able to solve the problem in multiple layers.
Exactly. So we are a complete system or solution provider. Everything from the radio, like I said, the radio IP, complete architecture of the system on chip. And then we do the development tools in-house, the stack in-house. We also have Nordic cloud systems. For cellular, people need to communicate with the cloud. We operate with all the big cloud providers.
Like AWS, etc.
Yeah, AWS is one, Azure, all these guys. But we also have our own cloud in case customers want something that is end-to-end from a single.
Okay. So, what is the advantage of going for your cloud versus one of those standard clouds which are available? Is there any specific advantage that a customer gets?
The main advantage is it's an out-of-the-box experience.
Okay.
So when they go with us and go with our cloud,
Okay.
they get end-to-end. It's all made by us, it's tested by us, and it basically works out of the box. That's the main advantage. But also, one of the key features we offer to the cloud is locationing.
Okay.
So it could be single cell tower, multi-cell tower, or Wi-Fi based locationing.
Okay.
And there are many providers that offer these solutions. Nordic has partnered up with multiple of them and take all that data and provide as a single point of contact. So if you want locationing data, you can get it from Google or a lot of other providers. But then you need to talk to this individual. With Nordic, we have it all under our umbrella, and then we provide the data to a single cloud platform.
So, you mentioned that India has been a pretty fast-growing market. What are the top 2 or 3 customer segments where you're seeing good growth or attraction from, or seen it in the last 2-3 years?
So in India, one of the big ones is TPMS, so tire pressure monitoring systems, We also have quite a lot of tracking systems. So tracking tags could be for agricultural cattle, or also people tracking or asset tracking. Those are 2 of the bigger ones. Metering is also big, and it's something where we have engaged with all the big ones, but it's longer design cycles and it takes more effort before you actually start seeing the products.
So fleet tracking kind of a system would be in the second asset tracking kind of a case?
Yes.
And that's the second area where you're seeing a lot of...
Yeah, that's kind of our second case.
And when you say you provide an ready-made cloud distinction, does that mean that I deploy your chipsets and I get the complete software ready to see where my assets are? I don't even need to build those?
Yeah, and we can show you on the demo here later.
Okay.
But we do offer that as a solution.
Okay.
But we do also offer, how to say, like template applications for mobile phones, etc. So if you don't want to use the Nordic ones, we do offer the source code and the templates, which you will also be able to.
It's like open source code.
Yeah. So we do support both variants. And open source code is a key point as well. Nordic truly believe in open standards and open source communities.
Okay.
So everything we have done on the stack, everything we have done on our development tools, our mobile apps, is all available on GitHub as open source.
Okay.
And even if you look at Thread now, so Thread has become very popular lately, especially due to the Matter protocol. Nordic actually was working with Google for a long time developing Thread when not many, or basically no one of our competitors were doing it. So we developed this technology, but then we also make it available and we make it freely available to the...
Again, for those who don't know about Thread, can you explain what is so exciting about Thread?
Yeah, so most people know about Zigbee, but also most people only have seen it as part of Philips Hue, the smart lights. Zigbee has some benefits, but a lot of challenges. And then Google, with also their Nest products, the Nest team, started developing an alternative protocol that is IP-based. So in terms of stability, interoperability, and all these kind of things, that was also something that was set out to solve with Thread implementation. So this is an alternative protocol running on IP. And it has been adopted by Apple. So the former SIG Alliance, now the Connectivity Standards Alliance, together with Apple and Google, Amazon, etc., developed the Apple protocol, which is a interoperability protocol for smartphone, and that is now running with with Thread as the lower layer, the protocol.
So do you expect a lot of smart home application companies to come up and use your solutions and technology? Is that already happening, or is that an area of demand that you're seeing?
That's already happening. Today, mainly with European and US customers. We have a few very big brands in Europe and US using Nordic. We also have quite a few ones in China using Nordic, especially Chinese OEMs. And that's something we also expect to see more in India, especially now that the interoperability problems have been solved, we believe, with Apple. So we do expect to see more Indian companies also starting developing Apple-based IP solutions.
Team do you have under Gaurav, right, to be able to handle the customers in India, especially with so many startups and sector coming in, right?
So
how do they handle this diverse?
So today in the sales team in India we have 3 people. Additionally, we have the engineering team in Hyderabad, but they would be providing back-end support. So they are not doing customer.
The Hyderabad guys are the ones who are working in imagination, right?
Yes, that's exactly.
So they would be focusing on specific IP only, right?
So they have been focusing on the Wi-Fi, but for us also Wi-Fi is one of the newer products, and where we see maybe the support needs are bigger because it's unknown to people.
Okay.
More the Wi-Fi 6 that we provide.
Okay.
And also it's a new product to us. But back to the sales team, the 3 guys, we also work very closely with distribution. Okay. So like you see here today, we are at the Millennium Electronics booth. We actually sell everything to distribution, even for the tier 1 guys globally. So we see distribution as one of our extended sales force. They're not just a distributor or logistics partner, they are an extended part of our sales force. And that is how we are able to reach much bigger customers.
With respect to a lot of R&D people, they also like to procure faster from these online catalog distributors. Any one of them is active for you for India?
So we do sell through basically all the big ones today. So we have DigiKey, Mouser. So that is also an option. But then of course they don't get that face support and face-to-face interaction that they would get with a distributor like
And do you have any outreach program or anything for startups?
Not specific programs, but Nordic has always been startup friendly, student friendly. We have done in several regions university programs. And everything we do, in addition to focusing on control power and integration, we also focus on ease of use. So if you talk to customers and engineers using Nordic, most of them will say it's very easy to get started in use. We have a big online community. That community is also staffed by Nordic hired people. We provide support online to anyone regardless of size. We offer things like measuring antenna performance, antenna matching, helping all of these, making sure you get the optimal radio performance. That's something we offer to any of our customers regardless of size. If it's a startup company, maybe they don't know RF that well, we still offer free of charge.
Would that be able to offer in India also?
Yeah, the actual measurements we are doing in our headquarters in Norway, but we do offer it to any customer of any size globally.
So
also for India.
So if an Indian startup customer wants their antenna tested or understood, they reach out to Gaurav team and pass it over, or they have to ship it to Norway to your headquarters?
So they either reach out to Garaji or they would submit a ticket on our online support channel. We have an online support portal. Sure. They can submit a ticket there, and then our guys will be in contact with them, and then they would ship those boards to Nordic. to Norway to get testing.
Lovely.
The ecosystem we have built in
Okay.
is very startup friendly actually. So they can pick up these development kits, do their POCs, and eventually shape the whole product,
Okay.
and then roll it for production eventually.
But in this, what all is Nordic's bomb? I mean, is it the communication?
Yeah, actually, if you look at it's all Nordic what we do inside.
Okay.
It's my chip which does the core processing along
Okay.
with the connectivity
Okay.
and all the sensors inside.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
it's just basically we as the component with the basic A-class sensors. It's all done deal
So you're
actually.
saying about 80% of bomb values you. Is it?
So
Or maybe
no,
100?
actually, if you look at the bomb control wise, there are other more critical components, the flex
Okay.
PCBs
Uh-huh.
and the
Okay.
titanium stuff, which is rugged, right? So those are obviously more
Okay.
costlier.
Okay.
But if you look at the core performance stuff,
Okay.
this maybe Nordic does everything. Because some people, as Bob said, connectivity, but a lot of guys use us even as an MCU, right?
Right.
So we have the processing power inside the chip. They use us for that also.